What up, y'all? Chris. Predictions, UFC 140 going down next Saturday. Toronto, Canada. Just going to go over the main card because no disrespect to any of the fighters involved, but undercard, spike card, or Epics, whatever channel it's on, or Ion, I believe. It's not all that interesting or intriguing to myself personally as a fan. Not that I won't watch, but not interested enough to go over them. As for the main card, Mark Hominick, Chan Sung Young. Hominick coming off that loss to Aldo, where he pushed Aldo a lot further to the limit than I thought he would, but he lost ultimately regardless. And Chan Sung Young coming off the win over Leonard Garcia in the rematch where he slapped on that twister. I favor Hominick. Probably going to be a primarily standing fight, I would imagine, and if that's the case, Hominick is the much better technical striker, so I'll go with Hominick by decision. It'll be interesting to see how this fight plays on the ground, though, if it gets there. Brian Ebersol, Claude Patrick, was originally scheduled to be Brian Ebersol versus Roy McDonald, which is a very intriguing fight, veteran against a young guy. Unfortunately, Roy got hurt. Claude Patrick, suitable replacement. Good record. I'm just not all that impressed with the guy. Ebersol, who was originally brought in just to be cannon fodder. He was brought in the Australia card against Labdus because he was popular and a lot of his opponent fell off. But he won that fight and he smashed out Dennis Holman in his last fight. Ebersol is a journeyman, but you know what? I've been more impressed with what he's done than I have Claude Patrick's in their UFC tenure, so I'm going with Ebersol by decision. Tito Ortiz and Rogerio Nogueira fight I completely forgot about up till recently, researching this card. Had no idea Tito was fighting on this card, let alone fighting Rogerio. Tito, of course, coming off the loss to Rashad after his big win over Ryan Bader. Rogerio coming off the loss to Phil Davis. This is a tough one to call. Both these guys are clearly past their best days. On the feet, I give a slight edge to Rogerio. On the ground, Rogerio's obviously a better grappler, Tito the wrestler. Man, this is pretty much a pick-em fight. I'm going to go with Rogerio Nogueira by decision, though. Credit Tito for beating Bader, but that aside, just haven't seen anything from him in recent years. It gives me any clear indication that he's a guy to bet on. So I'd like to see Tito get a win, but I'm going with Rogerio. Speaking of Nogueira, Frank Mir versus Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira in the co-main event of the night. Rematch. Mir won the first fight by KO. Nogueira, Minotauro looked terrible in the first fight. Looked a lot better since that fight, obviously. Mir coming off the win over Roy Nelson, unanimous decision, boring fight. Nogueira coming off first round stoppage over Brendan Schaub in the UFC Brazil card, which is just awesome. I'm going to favor Nogueira. I don't know why. I shouldn't. I favored him the first time. Look what happened. But I don't know, man. At the end of the day, whether Mir knocked out Nogueira or not, whether Nogueira is done or not, I still believe that Nogueira is a better fighter than Frank Mir at their best. They're clearly not their best anymore, but I think Nogueira's a better fighter. He looked good in the fight against Schaub, for the most part, getting that finish. Another pick-up fight, but I'm going to go with Minotauro by decision. Main event, light heavyweight champion Jon Jones defending his title against Lyoto the Dragon Machida. Jon Jones coming off the Rampage win, won pretty handily. Lyoto coming off the Karate Kid crane kick over Randy Couture. Intriguing matchup. This is a fight that fans have been talking about. I wanted to see stylistically. I thought Machida could present an interesting stylistic challenge to Jon Jones, and I agree. That said, I can't really pick Machida. Not that I don't think he can give Jon Jones trouble, because Jon Jones never faced a similar fighter, but Machida is a good counter striker, good at leaping in with knees and attacks. Against Jon Jones is so great at keeping the distance, where he can attack you, but you can't get close to him. Fighters are never close enough to him to really surprise him or land anything sufficient. He's just able to move away because he's already at such a far distance. It'll be interesting to see how this fight plays out in the clinch. Lyoto's got a pretty good judo throw. Jones is good in the clinch as well. Much bigger fighter here, taller. On the ground, I don't really know how this fight will look on the ground, and I want to see if he gets there. It's very hard to say, but Jon Jones, as we've seen, is no easy person to take down, and I'm not sure Machida can do it. So, if it sounds like I'm leaning toward Jon Jones, I am. Lyoto's tough. Got knocked out by Shogun, of course, in the rematch, but other than that, Haven't really seen him hurt too many times, if at all, that I can recall. So I don't know if Jones necessarily hurt him, take him out, but he might by an accumulation of punishment. Curious to see if either of these guys implement leg kicks in their game plan and how that'll affect the other guy. Maybe Machida try to slow Jon Jones down with him, or Jon Jones just do it because he likes to throw kicks to the legs, head, and body, and everywhere else he can find placement. But yeah, at the end of the day, I'm going to favor Jon Jones to win this fight. I'll give Machida benefit of the doubt, or credit, I guess, for past achievements, and say it goes to a decision. But I think it's going to be relatively one-sided. I'd favor Jon Jones, maybe 4 rounds to 1. But yeah, expect an intriguing matchup, though. Good chess match, so to speak, just to see how it plays out. But either way, it's an interesting fight. But yeah, that's it for now. Talked about this fight on Science Finds Radio Show. So if you didn't catch it live, you can go back to the podcast or on demand, whatever it is, and check it out there. Also check out ScienceDefines.com, as well as my Twitter if you're interested. Links to all those in the information part of the video. What are your guys' thoughts on the event? Which fights you look most forward to? Who do you favor in the fights that you're intrigued by and why? And what do you think about the main event? Who do you favor and why? That's it for now, though. Till next time, I'm out.